After 3 months of exploring Tassie, we finally took our van over on a ferry to one of Tassie's most popular tourist destinations, Bruny Island. Bruny Island is known for having spectacular wildlife, incredible scenery, and amazing produce, which we're going to get a taste of over the next few days. We're on Bruny. That was the quickest, easiest ferry ever.
I can't believe how convenient that is, and like how cheap it is as well.
Right? We had no idea what to expect because you can't book. There's not much information online. They just say, rock up, you pay for your ticket and get on, and that was literally it. We decided to come over to Bruny in the afternoon because they have like this pricing system where they do like regular price in normal times, and then in quieter times it's like saver, and then it's super saver. So we came over at 4:40, which was just $60.
Yeah, 62,
and that's a
50.
return ticket.
Yeah, so literally like $30 one way. That is
so
insanely cheap.
And we can stay here as long as we want. The ticket we brought is return. We don't have to book the return or anything.
Yeah, you just rock up. But
such an easy process.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
We're going to be here exploring a couple days. We're at our first spot. We're going to go do a hike, but we're going to have dinner now. And then we'll see you on the hike.
So we've just made it to this beautiful, serene spot, but there's only one issue.
The tide is too high to actually get there. We thought we'd start out our time in Bruny by doing a really cool coastal hike out to what's called the Arch. And it looks really cool at sunset, and the main pathway to get there, like the quicker, easier one, you can only do it low tide. And I was like, oh, that's fine, we won't be arriving till Bruny till late, so we'll only have time for the short one anyway. And the tide is lowest later in the day. So we came all this way, we've gone through the bush, we've gone along the coast, which is stunning. But the tide is too high. And this is the lowest point the tide gets today. So really beautiful hike, but the tide is too high.
But we're still holding on.
The tide is high, but I'm holding on. We were thinking of like waiting it out, and we were debating doing the other way to get there. But it's pretty late, and the sun's gonna set like soonish, so we may have to call it.
Especially if the path was clear, I'd be like, yeah, it's fine. But the path was pretty dense bush and pretty well covered, so yeah, it's probably best that we just move on.
That was a bit of a
I'm sure there's going to be millions of other beautiful spots in Bruny that we'll check out.
We're doing another really cool hike tomorrow, so that should make up for it. So just to show you guys how close we were, this is where we are. This is the bit where the tide is too high, and the arch is just there. We were so close.
We'll also insert shots of what it looks like at the arch right here somewhere. Maybe, covering Lydia's face. Just so you guys know. So last night we had one of the most beautiful sunsets we've seen in a while. And this morning we've come for a nice, easy morning hike.
Easy?
It was pretty easy.
Yeah, it was pretty
To Fluted Cape.
Yeah, we're doing the Fluted Capes Trail and we've just got here for sunrise. It's so beautiful. It's kind
Insanely
of like
beautiful.
the Tasman Peninsula cliffs, like Cape Beryl.
Yeah.
But not as...
Not like 200, 300
Not
meters
as
high.
big.
Probably closer to 100 to 200
Not
meters.
as big, but like kind of similar material.
Yeah.
Or rock, I should say rock.
Yeah.
But it's really cool. Definitely recommend doing this.
Also, like the Tasman Peninsula, this has been one of the most beautiful hikes we've done.
Yeah.
I feel like Tassie just keeps giving and giving.
Yeah. And we'll have to show you on the way back, but the trail starts on the Adventure Bay beach.
Yeah.
Such a beautiful beach, and the
Insanely
water looks
beautiful.
so calm. But obviously it was before sunrise, so we didn't get any shots. We'll get some on the way back.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And driving in, we usually don't like driving at night,
Yeah.
and we only do if we're going to sunrise hikes. And if
To-
we do, we drive super slow.
To give you an
because of the
idea, we were
wildlife.
going like 30, 35 kilometers per hour because there was so much wildlife here.
We saw patamelons, we saw wallabies, we saw
Patamelons,
brush-tailed
probably close to
possums.
like 100 to 200 patamelons
Probably.
in like a 40-minute drive.
Wallabies, possums, white wallabies, which we'll explain in a little bit, and eastern quolls.
Yeah, we saw 2 eastern quolls,
We
which,
freaked out.
like, if you don't know, there's like 10 to 15,000 left. Like, that is.
No, it's devils.
I
Is
think.
it
I
only
think.
10
I
to
think they're like.
15?
I think they're also. Their population's declining, and it's quite sad.
Really quite elusive and hard to see.
Yeah.
And we saw 2. So
Yeah.
we freaked out. We saw one that was black and white and one that was like, what do you call it? Like beige, neutral?
Fawn.
Fawn, that's it. I knew
Yeah.
there was a specific name for it. And we just freaked out. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
So really good start to the morning. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I
Very happy.
very, 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 very happy. I mean, just look at that. That is insanely beautiful. There's a little boat right there.
Funnily enough, we had it all to ourselves, and then now after sunrise,
When we start
all the
filming,
boats
all
have
the
started
boats
rocking up.
Yeah.
Also, so I mentioned the white wallabies. Now, Bruny actually has a thriving population of white wallabies who have this beautiful white coat. And they got that because of a genetic mutation. Now, I was gonna say mainland Tasmania, usually white wallabies actually wouldn't make it to maturity because they're more noticeable to predators. But here on Bruny Island, where there is no predators, that white wallaby population is thriving. And the funny thing is, I thought it was gonna take us like multiple days of trying to look for these white wallabies, but driving in, as soon as we hit Adventure Bay, literally saw 4. So hopefully we see more on this trip, but I thought I'd explain it.
I think I'm even tempted to say that we should go for another early morning drive tomorrow so we could actually film some quolls because it is so exciting to see them. So maybe if we don't see any white wallabies later today or right now when we finish the hike,
We can go on a
we
night
can
walk.
go another, a little night walk. I
Yeah.
think that'll be very exciting.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'm so excited. We made it to the iconic Bruny bread fridge. I've seen this in so many photos. And we arrived just before 9 and there was a huge queue.
Yeah, it was like, what, like 9, 10 cars?
Yeah, and then the baker came over, filled it up.
And look here.
Loads! This section's full too. Do you want to show?
Yeah, here's a fridge
Fridge.
with flatbreads, and sourdough bread. We don't have any like thing to put on the bread. So I'm gonna go for what's in this fridge, which is sultana bread. And they also have pizza bases with like tomato sauce
they
or
look
paste on it.
so good.
And Anzac biscuits. So
Whoa!
I'm gonna take one of these because apparently they're good.
Is that a good one? Did you pick the biggest one?
I didn't pick the biggest one. I'm sure that
they're probably all the
they're
same
all pretty
size.
much the same size. And I'm gonna take
Sultana bread.
sultana bread, which I think has cinnamon as well. Like just typical
Check the
sultana
sign.
bread.
Because we're gonna pay cash, but then we've only got $8 cash. They actually do bank transfers. So
we'll do
happy
the
days.
bank transfer when we get back to the van.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm so jealous.
I am so excited. I'm sorry that you can't eat it, but I'm also not sorry because then I don't have
get
to
more.
share it with you. That whole 12 or so minute drive, all we could smell is this, and it's just,
It smells
very
amazing.
nice.
I'm so jealous.
How
are you gonna try it? He's gonna like rip some.
I think I'm gonna have the Anzac biscuit first.
Okay.
It's an Anzac biscuit
Oh yum.
with some, is it milk chocolate? I think so.
I think it's milk chocolate.
I already know I'm gonna get in a mess. It's pretty hard actually for an Anzac biscuit.
Really?
Yeah. Not that hard to break though.
Is it nice? Oh, I can smell it. The like syrupy. Oh, it smells so good. Is it nice? Is it really chocolatey, really syrupy? What's it like?
It's a nice balance of flavors. So it's like not sweet at all. The chocolate's not overpowering. Complements it well.
Finish your Anzac biscuit, eh?
Yep.
Anzac cookie or biscuit? It's a biscuit,
It's a biscuit, yeah. I think they used to make them for the war, for the like Anzacs, to give them energy on the
That's a
battlefront.
pretty delicious
I think so.
energy booster.
Yeah, right. I might be wrong there. Now for the piece de la resistance.
I told Vian he should have got more bread, but
Look at this.
whoa, it's like as big as your head.
It's very squishy.
The way you're manhandling that poor bread. It's just squeezing it.
How do I eat this?
I don't know. Let me get a shot of it first.
It's kind of intimidating. Oh yeah, I should get some B-roll of it first before devouring it. Cool.
Okay, we still have not decided how you're gonna conquer this.
Yeah, I am a little sad that we don't have any butter because I think I would just lather it real thick, like this thick of butter.
Yeah, Vian loves butter. Are you just gonna bite it
But-
or rip it or what?
I think I have to rip it for the shot, right? You ready?
Okay, I'm scared.
Wait,
Can you
I have
even
to rip
rip
it
it?
this way.
Oh dear. This is chaos in
I don't know what's
in
going
the
on.
van.
Okay, ready?
Oh! Whoa!
It's the outside's very hardy, so it's pretty hard to rip.
I love how people would have like a knife and make this look so pretty, and we're just ripping it up in a car park right now.
I'm trying to get a cross section.
Oh no! Oh no! Ah! Oh my god!
Look at that.
This is chaos.
So I think this might be is this a sourdough one as well, or no?
I think it's sourdough with cinnamon.
There's loads
Sultanas.
of sultanas in here.
That was a big bite. Is it nice? You haven't had normal bread in a long time. I'm sorry for that. What's it like?
Sultana bread.
This is really nice.
Yeah, it's really nice though.
Is
Yeah.
it still warm as well?
It's very warm.
It smells incredible. When you ripped it, the smell just...
It transports you in time, doesn't
it? Oh gosh.
I mean, how much better can a place get? It's like paradise, the scenery. The wildlife's insane. And
Yummy food.
yummy food. So
Oh yeah.
if you like any of those, come to Bruny.
Next, we wandered around Bruny Island Honey, which was packed full of incredible honey products, like delicious treats and beauty products.
Imagine if they're not there now. The suspense. Oh, I did not expect to see that many.
Wow.
What?
It's like,
Where's the queen bee?
I feel like that would take
Where's
forever.
the hair club?
These guys are really well known for their Manuka honey, which is famous for its antibacterial properties. They also stock the famous leatherwood honey, which is only produced in the west coast wilderness of Tassie. Apparently, when the leatherwood blooms, beekeepers transport their hives out into the remote wilderness on trucks and trains. We decided to give both a taste.
Okay, Lydia's gonna try the leatherwood and Manuka.
I saw one that you said had a slight spicy
Which one did
aftertaste,
you
right?
try?
The leather?
Yeah.
It does, I feel
Does
it.
it?
It's really sweet and really nice, and it's got this little spicy aftertaste.
Huh.
I don't know what to expect from Manuka, but
I think that's just the typical
it
honey.
looks a lot different
It
as well.
does.
Ooh,
It's insane.
it's really thick.
Probably sweeter, right?
It's a lot, I don't know how to explain it. Almost like spicy, it has more of a tang to it.
Well, Manuka.
Right from the start, yeah.
Huh.
You should try it.
I will.
I'm getting in a mess. It's really sweet, but then slightly spicy aftertaste. Right?
I don't get the spice.
It's only a teeny bit at the end. It's actually not that strong at all.
Yeah. I got the spice.
You got it?
Yep.
But then I feel like the Manuka had a lot of kick, kind of from the start. See what you think. Right?
Yeah.
It has way more of a kick at the start.
I don't know which one I prefer, actually.
I think I like the leather because it's
think I
softer
like it,
and
yeah.
smoother,
It's
sweeter.
also, I feel like the Manuka one is more caramel.
Really?
Yeah.
I just got spice like straight away.
Oh, I like the leatherwood more, I think.
Yeah. So we didn't film too much in there because it was like quite small and we didn't want to suddenly be yelling around in there. But the Bruny Island honey stop was so nice. It was really cool. They have all the facts about the bees and the honey, and then you can actually see the bees, and it's just really cool. Now we're heading to a spot that neither of us are looking forward to. See you there. So, Bruny Island is really, really well known for its oysters. Apparently, they're some of the best in the world. And Wehan and I are both very, very, very grossed out and freaked out at the idea of eating oysters. We already don't really eat much seafood.
I don't know why, but
we have oysters. I told Wehan I'd go first, because then if they're really, really bad, then I can be like, don't worry about it.
legend.
But now I'm really regretting it. A lot of people like them. Okay, I think my mum said they're okay, the texture's kind of gross.
Yeah.
So I mean,
They're just like big boogers.
the worst that happens is if I bite it and hate it, I just swallow it real quick.
Bite it? Are you meant to bite it?
Yeah, so it's a common misconception. Well, I Googled it before we got here. Apparently, you're meant to put it in your mouth and then bite it to like savor the taste and then you swallow.
Savor the taste.
Yeah, like you're meant to enjoy it, not just swallow it. If you're just swallowing it, you don't taste it, right? Okay, so apparently you're meant to squeeze lemon on them. Gives them, apparently they don't have that much flavor though. So
That's the point.
I'll just squeeze a little on each of them and then you're meant to stab it to make sure it's like released.
Look at you.
I just want to add that we've been sat here for probably 20 minutes trying to hype ourselves. Okay. Fuck. Okay, ready? I just got scared of the texture. Go for it.
Lydia couldn't do it.
I'm telling Vian to go first.
I'm removing the idea of it being an oyster, and I'm thinking it's more like a gummy or something like that.
A gummy?
Like a lolly or something.
Ew. Bottoms up.
It's going to take me a little while. Sorry. I feel like people probably would love it here because they're so huge. Like, I can't emphasize
That's the funny bit is when we went there, there were like large oysters.
If it was like the size of the scallops, I think we would be able to do it. But they're like so much bigger, like double the size.
So much bigger.
Okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh.
Flavor-wise,
it doesn't really
it was
taste
just like
when it was
lemon and ocean, but the texture. It's not for me.
I'm grossed out by the texture.
Not for me at all. Okay, Lydia, have you got it loosened up? I know you have because you already had it in your mouth.
I'm so grossed out.
It's not that bad.
I can't bite it. It's too big.
I can still taste it.
I feel like I can after having it in my mouth. It was just like salty.
You can put it down now.
Hang on now.
Oh jeez.
Okay, I think it's down.
Yeah.
It was so big. Why don't you give me the small one? It's like, it's salty, but I couldn't chew it. There's no way.
No, there's no way I could either.
I just couldn't. The texture's like so slimy, like a giant booger. And then it was just really big.
Yep.
Now that we've done oysters, we never have to do them again.
Yeah. Sorry if we offended anyone.
Really go throw our rubbish away.
Yep. And get a palate cleanser.
Yeah, true. I wish I could eat the bread.
Yeah.
So it's a little later in the day and we have recovered from the oysters and we've come to the Truganini Lookout, also referred to as the Neck Lookout. And it's this really high up lookout, a lot of steps, overlooking the Neck, which is a skinny stretch of land that connects North Bruny and South Bruny. We drove through here yesterday during sunset and it was incredible. So we've come back to watch the sunset.
So, we're now at the top here, and I'm actually very surprised at how quiet it is at the top viewing platform, because throughout the day, and even yesterday, it looked like it was packed. But everyone's gone down to a lower viewing platform that's on the ocean. That's probably, that's ocean as well. East coast, should I say, of the island, because like pretty much everywhere in Tassie, they have little penguins here.
As soon as the sun went behind the mountain, everyone went down to the penguin lookout.
Yeah.
So
and
we've got it all to ourselves now.
Exactly. And while the sky isn't as red and as beautiful as it was yesterday, it's still picturesque.
And we're holding out hope that it will get even redder. So we'll wait a little bit.
And while we wait, we'll just continue reading about Australia's southernmost score, and apparently the sea cliffs that we went to this morning get up to 270 meters high.
I didn't know that. I thought they were way
Neither did
lower.
I.
They didn't look that big.
Yeah, so we probably didn't get to the really tall ones, but the medium/small ones.
Very cool.
Nevertheless, still impressive.
So here's the beautiful lookout all to ourselves. There's Vian. There's no rocks here.
Yeah, there is.
I guess there is on the
You are my rock, Lydia.
Aww, sweet. Okay, so there's a beautiful lookout all to ourselves. And then everyone's viewing the penguins down there, or when they come. We got to talking to a couple from the US, and we did warn them that the penguins come out very late, because every time we've seen penguins, it gets pitch black, and we're like, maybe they're not going to come, maybe we're at the wrong spot, maybe
and
they're not.
As soon as you give up is when they arrive.
Pretty much. So we did warn them. Where do I get me one of these?
Right? It's so cool. Good morning from Adventure Bay. We decided to come for an early morning kayak because a visit to Adventure Bay would not be a visit to Adventure Bay without having an adventure. But we're just kayaking around the bay because the water is actually surprisingly quite a bit deeper than what we expected. So we're just gaining a little bit of confidence after not having kayaked in such a long time. But this morning, again, when we were driving, we saw not one, not two, but 3 quolls. And they were so beautiful. I think I managed to get photos of them, but it was like pitch black. And obviously I didn't want to like blast them with a light. We also saw some more white wallabies as well. And likewise, I may have gotten photos, I may not have gotten photos, but it's pretty special seeing all these animals in the morning. And I think we had to like drive pretty slowly because there were pademelons and wallabies everywhere.
I'm not sure I can turn fully around because I've got like a million layers and then the super thick life jacket. But we actually ended up staying a day longer than we initially planned in Bruny Island. We weren't going to kayak at all, but when we did the fluted Cape hike, we saw how beautiful the water looked at Adventure Bay. Like literally, it is crystal clear, and we thought we had to kayak. So we stayed another night and thought, sunrise hike. Kayak. But it's really pretty. The water's a little bit rougher than it was when we did the hike, so it feels a bit weird after not kayaking for months. It's been so long since we kayaked, so going around the bay a little bit and trying to get our confidence up and trying to remember how to actually paddle. But it's super pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Sadly, that is it for Bruny. We're literally waiting for the ferry right now.
I was kind of tempted to say we should stay a couple more nights and have a look at the quolls again because it's always so exciting when we see like new animals in the wild that we haven't seen in the wild.
True. It's actually pretty hard to leave. I feel like Bruny really exceeded our expectations.
For sure.
I think
I'm so glad that we came.
I expected us to come here and it just be a condensed version of Tassie, where like you get some nice beaches, you get some like mountainy areas, and then you get like good produce. But
and beaches.
Coming here, it's actually good beaches. But coming here, we're actually been really pleasantly surprised at how nice it's been.
Yeah.
It feels like a whole other area. I don't know. It's wild. And it was so cheap, definitely worth coming over.
Definitely worth the $62.50.
But I guess that's it. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.
Whatever we're getting up to.
Oh, yeah.